You're watching Suck Professor. Hello everybody, it's me Hank. I'm joined by James, otherwise known as Killer. Right, buddy? Oh, that'll make sense to the fans of Death Note. We're gonna do a shot-by-shot recap review of Death Note. This thing that James just hit on Netflix today, and I mean on the YouTube, and everybody's excited because this is a really celebrated, interesting, nutty manga show that I happen to have seen the entire all of it.
It's the sequel to The Notebook, right?
The sequel to The Notebook, which is also the prequel to Eat, Pray, and Die.
Yes.
Get it? All right, so yeah, everybody, we're gonna might get some of the details wrong, so so feel free to point it out in the comments. Do it in a respectful way, and we'll have a conversation about it. It's kind of a communal effort here, but I have seen this show.
I have not.
But what do you know about it?
I know that it's a Japanese manga. I've heard a lot of people cosplay dress up as it. I know it has something to do with the Shinigami, which I'm aware of what that is in Japanese culture.
Okay.
And something to do with a notebook that when you write a name in it, the person meets an end.
Meets an end.
But I don't know how. I don't know if they just fall over dead. I don't know if it's like a Final Destination thing where events unfold and they die. I don't know if it can be prevented. I don't know.
It's old age. They immediately die of old age. No, yeah, it's you got most of it there. It's a big involved story. There's lots of characters. Well, not a ton, but it takes a lot of interesting turns. It's really the story moves at a very different pace than what like American shows are sort of generally about. So,
yeah, so is everyone just like a sadistic murderer? Because if I had a notebook that I could write someone's name in and kill them, I would never use it.
I have a book called Love Book, and it's just all the girls I have a crush on, and the only name in there is. Who's the hot chick from Police Academy? All right, anyway, so...
Did you get a lot of death notes in high school from girls?
Yeah, no, I got a lot of ignore you notes. Like, I don't know who you are. So, quit fucking around, James. Let's get to the thing here, all right? We got people didn't come here to listen to yahoos blabber on about bullshit. All right, so we'd open up on a book. It's in the air. It's falling. James, that's obviously the Death Note book. Death Note. Let's watch it a little. Whoa, it's drifting down. Boom, there's a shot. We got a guy. This is our hero named Light.
His name is Light?
His name is Light.
Really?
Light Yagami, all right?
Is that like a Japanese like thing? Because
I don't know.
I know like Final Fantasy VII, the main character's name was Cloud. I think there's another one where someone's name is Rain and then Light. Is this...
It's like what annoying hippies name their kids.
Yeah.
But, no, yeah, I think it's cultural stuff there going on. I don't know. Light, you know, why is the name, you know, Dick okay in America? Hey, this is my son Dick. Call him Richard if you get angry at him. Fuck off, you know. So, all right, we got they looking up there. That's his Lights. So, but we have relocated our setting, by the way, to. Okay, there he is. He stands up.
He is not Japanese. This is an Americanized version of the story.
Yes, and it's been relocated to the beautiful city of Seattle.
Okay.
Which is different than Japan, but it's also a big, cool city. So. Here he is. He's looking at a notebook. Now, we've got some pictures from the cartoon, the show. He's calling it a cartoon offensive.
The
drawing animated thing he called... It's not a... So this is Light from the show there. Hey, look at him, the handsome fellow.
How old is he supposed to be?
He's a teen. I think he's 17.
Is he dressed like a middle-aged salesman?
James, he's dressed like a real estate guy at a real estate conference.
And why does that girl have to go to the bathroom so bad?
Well, because she pees when there's a camera pointed at her. No, they're all dressed like that. It's a student thing. I think we should have uniforms for students personally.
If I had to dress like that to go to school, then write me in that book right now.
I will write you in my Death Note, James. I write you in lipstick on the mirror every night before I go to bed.
So what's so special about this Light guy? Why does he get the book?
He's super smart. He's like the valedictorian. But there he is. This is him finding the book. Look, he's looking at it. That's him right there, James. Check it out. Look, it's the same shot. How brilliant. What? Oh, fuck. I fucked it up. God damn it. Look, there he is. So, he locates this book on his campus. He's just out having a nice day, you know. Teens listening to stuff on their earbuds. They got sweaters and shit. See that? He's got a button. He's probably into politics or something. Trying to get laid, trying to, you know, discover himself, whatever. But he's a really smart fellow.
Actually,
turns it over.
It's kind of cool. Those little symbols along the sides of the book.
Yeah,
does that mean something? The triangle, the circle, and the dot inside.
I don't know. We can look at the book from the cartoon because I happen to grab it.
Okay, so it does not have that.
It does not have those.
It does have like the dot inside the O and the D.
Those almost are reminiscent of pupils. And considering he's a student, he is also a pupil. Think it through. Come on.
He's a pupa.
Keep a pupae. He's going to turn into a chrysalis. Yeah, and it's all worn out and fucked up. That's kind of cool. That makes it seem like there's some age to it. There's maybe some otherworldly thing going on
If
here.
you saw that laying on the ground, would you even bother to pick it up? I'd just probably step over and keep going.
Yeah, I'd be afraid of diseases. I'd be like, ugh, some fucking goth weirdo dropped his fucking notebook. I don't need this shit. I'm not picking this up. But in fact, in the show, he actually puts it down after the first time he picks it up. He comes back later. So let's keep going, guys. We're going to keep pushing through here. Oh, I jumped ahead a little bit. Okay, so he looks at the note, holds it up in his hands. Very interesting. Very interesting, James. And then we got more of it. All right, yeah, so it's a high school. There you go. A bunch of lockers and stuff. Pretty ordinary. And then, this shot is like 1 or 2 frames in this trailer, so you don't really see this if you weren't watching very closely. This is the coolest guy in the entire thing. This is
Beetlejuice.
This is Beetlejuice. Yeah, that's Michael Keaton. Actually, Michael Keaton just showed up for a day on the set, and he just showed up looking like that because he hadn't shaved. I
can guess who this is.
He hadn't shaved his shoulders. All right, give us a guess.
This is the Shinigami who gives the Death Note to Light.
I think you're right. Not just think. I can confirm.
Really?
His name is Ryuk, who you get to know during the show. He's a friendly fellow. He's kind of got an interesting appetite. He loves apples. That's his thing. He likes to eat a good, delicious apple, and that's a big thing in the show too. So here, let's look at let's see what he does. That's him in the show here.
Okay.
Check it out. Kind of similar. Huh?
So what universe is he in? Is he in like some sort of netherworld, some outwardly upside down type thing?
I don't know. He's in some sort of spirit land of heaven or hell.
Because a Shinigami is someone who transcends life and death. It's an ethereal being that is very closely linked to human mortality.
I get the sense that they're like bored too. They basically seem like a rock band from the 70s that just can't die. Like there's this guy here, and they sort of talk about each other, but he like lets the Death Note go into the world to try to stir up trouble because he's bored.
Now does he report to someone else?
Look at him there, huh?
He's like a weird clown.
Yeah, he's a kooky looking, clowny looking guy with his sharpened teeth. You think he was born with those teeth, or he had to like work at it because he was in prison and needed a weapon?
Maybe.
But I do like that he's wearing his funny earring. I always found this peculiar. There's nothing. I like that he's wearing it, but I hate the dangly earrings. Earrings that move. Like if you stop moving and your earring keeps moving for more than like a second or two, knock it off. All right, we don't need dangly earrings. Okay. This is not a fucking circus. Well, I mean, look at this guy. It is.
So was this guy ever human, or what? How much do we know about these guys?
I don't have a lot of knowledge. I have a Wikipedia entry up right here. We could maybe find a little bit about there, but yeah, I don't know. Here, I'll read some shit. I don't know. I'm not good at this YouTube
So basically, he gives the notebook to Light,
and he appears
just as a toy. Is sort of like testing his morality, seeing what he'll do with it for his own amusement.
Yes, and there are rules to the usage of the notebook. Like if a human's name is written, that human will die, I think, within 24 hours. And the show kind of like, when it goes to commercial break, will like splash like a rule for the notebook, and there's all these different rules to the thing. It's a very interesting story. Like it's oddly compelling. I told my brother about it. He watched the whole thing, and he was into it, and he's a busy guy. Yeah, look, check this out. So then there's a couple more pictures here. Oh, I got to click on it. There you go. I don't know what the fuck that is. There he is. See the dangly earring?
Yes,
I think you'd look good with one of those, James.
No.
Let's go shopping. Come on, we'll go on to the hot topic. He's got some Jon Snow crow feathers on. He's got
like
bone
pool
spurs.
balls for eyes.
Yeah, he's got weird, and they're also like out. They're not focused. Or,
yeah, he's got a lazy eye.
Do you call them cross-eyed when they go the outside, or does that the inside only?
I don't know.
Anti-cross eyes?
Yes, that's exactly
Antichrist eyes. Yeah, gross bone spurs. You got to clip those fuckers off like a dog's toenail.
Yeah, it's like he's stitched together from 2 different beings.
Yeah. Oh, you think those are stitches or those are bones? I'm looking at.
You think so? It almost looks like his head was grafted onto a different creature.
In this shot, for sure, it looks like that. Definitely. Oh, look, he's got the Stargate SG-1 playbook there. That's pretty neat. I like that. It's a good show. So these are some of the Shinigami that he's hanging out with.
Now, that one on the left's a little culturally insensitive.
Yeah, he's borrowing the Redskins kind of motif there. You know, I don't. I'm not here to fight that fight or anything, but it is. But they do borrow from the Earth, so maybe there's something you can explain that away.
The Egyptian's going to be ticked off about the mummy.
Yeah, and this guy here, it's borrowed from Walking Dead. The one mummy that has the mask on it and in the garbage pile. This guy, he's wearing a necklace. That's kind of fun.
So these are presumably all Shinigami.
These are all not presumably. These are definitely Shinigami. But again, this is the cartoon. And that's just a good shot of the guy there. Oh, yeah, this is my favorite shot. I just like that he's...
All right.
So he's invisible to other people, but...
I was about to say, now my next obvious question is, can anyone else see him?
But because he's been revealed to Light can see him. So, yeah. But, yeah, so there he is back. This is the movie again. So
do we know who plays him?
No, I'm going to guess Howie Mandel.
Okay.
You know, because Live Little Monsters for, you know, it's...
I think it's going to be Steve Harvey.
Yeah, Steve Harvey. It's Bumberbatch,
Yes.
probably. So, there's the apple, James.
So you said that he likes apples.
He loves apples.
We don't, I mean, we're not able to infer that just from watching the trailer. You know this from watching the show.
I know this because I am a fanboy. All right,
okay.
I eat an apple every day when I pretend to influence teens into murdering half of the world.
And that is the book right next to it.
That's the Death Note book. Yeah.
Now, when either
that or he draws his own porn. You ever draw your own porn?
No.
I went through a weird phase when I was a kid. I had yellow legal pads filled with naked. I was pretty good at it actually. All right, go ahead.
How many naked people died because of that?
Well, I don't know. I lost it. I think my mom found it.
No. But when he got...
So in other words, just my mom.
Yeah. When he got that, did it already have names in it?
No.
So when a new owner gets it, the pages are magically blank?
I think so, yeah. And I also wonder, like, if you use it enough, do you run out of paper? Like, or how does that work? There's actually a lot to, like, who touches it and who gets into it. So as the story progresses, though... Boom. That was cool, huh, James?
So is he, like, pulling the apple towards himself, like his introduction, and he's going to go snap right into his hand, and then boom?
Just like I do when I see an egg roll.
Yeah.
I suck it into my hand like a lightsaber. So there it goes. And then Netflix. Oh man, I fucking love Netflix. Okay, Seattle, beautiful. That's the Seattle fucking alien tower thing.
Needle.
Space Needle. Thank you. I've lived there and I don't know what it's called. Alien tower.
Close
I
enough.
never went up it because I'm not a fucking jerk.
Yeah, I'm
a local.
horrified of heights, so I wouldn't do it either.
You wouldn't go up there?
Heck no.
Oh man, it's not like you climb it. There's an elevator. It's just a skyscraper without walls.
Yeah. Still no.
Oh yeah, teens. Well, the one in the middle is smoking. I like that. Actually, I think this is one of the characters who we have marked a little bit later.
So what's the high school's name?
Nish. Obviously. This one in the middle is Light's girlfriend, the model Misa Amane. She's one of the main characters.
Do you think they're going to keep the names the same?
I don't.
Because they're trying to Americanize it. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for her name to be that.
They could keep Light. Light is enough of a kind of.
It's kind of weird though.
But it would piss off the fans. So anyway, she's smoking, doing some cheerleading moves. That's always fun. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they will. Maybe they won't. We'll have to just wait and find out in August or something.
Maybe her name will be Bright.
Yeah, her name will be Nis Cher.
Light Bright.
Light Bright. So I always wanted to be one of the guys that does the cheerleading thing where he holds them up and then catches them and then puts his hand in the air and goes, "Oh, I'm wearing tight pants." Anyway, so so this guy, we see him in the series or in this trailer.
So do you know who that is based on the animated?
Yes. First, I had a suspicion that it was L, who is another name of a person.
Now, is that the letter L or is it the letter E-L-L-E?
No, it's the letter L, and he is the world's greatest detective. After Light, this is big spoilers here, everybody, just so you know, but after Light takes to the Death Note book and starts writing names and murdering prisoners. He wants to cleanse the world of immorality, so he fancies himself as some kind of god. It's really kind of intense. And then after enough, the International Police Agency, but there's also this thing called Interpol, but also the Japanese police, they start looking for him, but they can't find him, and they have to go through. So then they hire L, a teen of incredible brilliance, who comes in to try to locate him. And so then it's really the whole, like, most of the show is about L. I shouldn't say most, but L and Light outmaneuvering each other using logic and traps and like trying to trick each other into different
How do you
things.
Trace someone based on?
Before you get to the question, I just want to show the real L.
Oh.
Well, this guy's more real than this, but that's L. He's a little bit of a goth goof. He kind of has like a rumpled appearance. His eyes are always a little baggy-eyed or something, either that or he wears mascara like Johnny Depp. And he's always a little twitchy, and he likes to eat, and he likes to sit on chairs weird. He's a real goof. There he is again. See his eyeballs?
But he's not a bad guy.
No. He's known for solving cases that the regular police couldn't crack.
But is Light technically a bad guy?
Well,
I mean, he is abusing his power.
He's the anti-hero. Yeah, he's the guy. I don't even think abusing. I mean, he just starts murdering people.
Okay.
And he kills. But they use the media to like try to locate each other. And the girl, Misa Amane. She becomes a girl. She's like a famous model or something. We'll see more of her later.
Have you ever heard of her sister, Misa Jar Jar Binks?
Yes. Why do you ask?
No reason.
So that's L. You know, he does this thing. He likes to talk and stuff. And there's a lot of like dialogue in the show here. I zoomed ahead a little bit too much there. So here's let's get up to there he is. So that's I assumed it was Al. I did look it up just to confirm because it's kind of hard to tell. So where do you think he's running in some kind of security place? He's got some lasers or something?
Yeah. Are those like lock boxes or something? Is that
Maybe.
a bank vault? Is that, you know, just a highly stylized hallway?
Just some rich guy's weird hallway or something. Maybe some kind of corporate place. There's a whole corporate aspect to this. This like company. So Misa, by the way, the cheerleader slash the model who's in the thing. I hope this is making sense. Here, let's just watch this part though. Let's listen to some sound here. Here he goes. Yeah. That's a phenomenon.
It's got a very...
They're not talking about the John Travolta movie, Phenomenon.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of American Horror Story, the way it's edited, like the brr, brr.
Yeah. I think there's a little bit of that to it. Yeah. You're onto something there. Here. Okay, there he is at his desk. So he takes it into his house and he has to like hide it from his mom or something. Although if your mom found that book, she'd probably just like, oh wow, my kid's real fucking weirdo. But you know, look, he's got some toys. I mean, give a look. He's got a magnifying glass. He's probably got. Oh, there's an apple.
How does he know what it is? I mean, what if he gets it and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna make a list of people I want to invite to my birthday party.
Well, it's not. It has rules written in the front page.
It's got instructions.
Yeah, which we're gonna see. Those are coming up. Sorry, I was picking my lip. That's gross. I shouldn't. Don't pick your lips on first dates, everybody. Just a little dating advice randomly. Not that this is a date. Wait, well, God, it's all awkward. Yeah, so this is Al back at his house. So there it is. Rule 1. Look at that. It says Ritz.
Yes.
No.
And is it going to be all cliche? Is this going to be written on paper that is not really paper, but human skin?
It is indeed. No, not at all.
No, okay.
No. They're not as demented as you psycho. The human whose name is written in this book shall die. And then like it says it will not affect. And so there's like rules about how it works. And it's actually very interesting the way they make it kind of all come down. It's a weird show. I would recommend anybody who's wondering what the fuck is going on with this kooky show to check it out on Netflix. I'm not a big anime guy. Is this even anime? Is that the right?
Anime.
Manga and anime?
Well, manga is the written form. Anime is the animated cartoon, if you want to call it that.
Okay, I call written form poetry. Okay, well, just like me in high school. But I just randomly, every once in a while, check in on the anime section on Netflix. You know, when you're like, I can't watch another fucking Matt Damon movie or some stupid documentary, so I'll just see what's in it. And then I clicked on this. It had really high reviews, so I started watching it. And I was like, really got into it quite a lot.
I usually just like watch an anime, and I only watch like the good fight sequences because anime has some of the best fights. This
is not that though.
No.
This is like kind of like psychological manipulation. Lot of like teens talking it out, really thinking things through. Who doesn't love that?
But I want to know how in the world he writes down someone's name. They die halfway across the world. How did they trace it back to him?
Well, exactly. That's a great question. We all want to find out. Look, he's thinking. He's going, who do I kill? Who do I kill? Who do I kill? Who do I kill? I backed up there. So yeah, they sort of eventually kind of do, but it's not as straightforward as you think. In fact, this spoiler here, but he ends up joining the task force because his father is on the task force. His father is a detective because that's got to be done for, exposition purposes. Yep. And he actually ends up linking up with the task force and faking his way as a guy trying to help discover who he is. Whether this movie will include the same plot points as the book, because it said inspired by, so I doubt it will have all of them. I don't know, but we'll see. I think you'd be intrigued by it. It's a cool show. There's a reason it's a successful show, and there's a reason Netflix is making a documentary, a movie about it. So okay, so he's writing his hand. Look, so then he writes a name. And fools go killing themselves.
So it takes over the mind of the people that has been written to force them into killing themselves? Is that how it always works the same way?
Wait, what? I stopped listening.
I mean, I does the method of execution always stay consistent?
They die. So
in various ways.
In various ways. It's not suicide always. It's not just they just start dying, but like the world kills them.
Okay.
Like it's like the spirits or somehow like the Shinigami somehow has that influence, or I don't know. But it's not
Does the death of these people ever...
Well, no, wait. It's heart attacks.
It's always heart attacks?
Yeah, I think it's always heart attacks. I think it's like defaults to heart attacks, but if it's... I don't know.
So he has a heart attack on the way down?
Well, it might not be heart attacks in the movie. Obviously, there's not heart attacks because, you know, you could easily... Well, if your heart goes through your brain cavity because it's all turning into jello when you hit the concrete. Yeah, so I think it's heart attacks. It's been a while, so this is what we want people to clarify in the comments. But it's very interesting, though, the way they do it. Because also one of the rules is the guy has to have... The Light has to have seen... Or the person, the owner of the Death Note, has to have seen the face of the person they're trying to kill when they write their name down.
So are there people who conceal their face? Is that why the last time we saw L, his face was obscured?
That might be why. Yeah, there is some manipulations where like they pretend like they use prisoners a lot. Like he ends up murdering prisoners. So then, really interesting part of the show. I hope this is not crazy boring. Is there's another character. Although it's not another character, so that the public perception of this killer, because this stuff hits the news, like, oh, prisoners are dying all over the world or whatever, people are reacting, they're panicking, it's freaking everybody out, is that the public gets aware of someone named Kira, Kira, which is based on the Japanese pronunciation of the word killer.
Okay.
Which is why I called you Killer at the beginning, because I didn't want to say that. If I said Kira, it would have sounded like I'm making fun of Japanese. I took Japanese class for 2 weeks in college, and then my dad talked me out of it because he was totally right. I would not have learned in one semester. Just don't take it. You're not going to know enough after a semester. So what are you doing? I was like, oh, fucking shit. You're right, piece of shit, Dad. So then Kira is the public persona, or what the public sort of conjures up as the person. So when the public talks about these murders, they talk about Kira because they don't have a name for they don't know it's Light. So Kira is another like kind of embodiment of this person. But then Misa, the girl who I was saying this earlier, she actually gets another Death Note. There's other spirits that come down with their own Death Note, but there's not a lot of them. There's only like 2 or 3 or something. James looks very confused. It's okay, just hang on to it. Oh, there's Kira. Justice of Kira.
Okay, so we know that name stays
So
the
maybe
same.
this wasn't heart attacks. Maybe they got murdered. I would bet they probably upped the ante here and probably made them like kill each other or do some weird orgy shit like Event Horizon style. So that's. But Kira is hunted by the police, and Light joins the gang to help look for Kira, even though he is Kira. But then there's also things where like if you lose possession of the book, you lose all your memories, and it gets complicated. It gets
and that's presumably L in the other scene at the crime scene.
This is I would suppose this hooded head here is L. Yeah, it's based on the red light. So he was probably walking into this like underground club or something. Whatever is going on in there. Looks kind of like Chess Club. This is what my Chess Club looks like. It said Justice of the Queen. Sorry, I gotta kill myself. All right. So back up. There she is. That's she's an actress. She looks familiar. I don't know her name. She's somebody we probably know. That's probably Light. Look, Light right there.
So they each have their own book.
Yeah.
And are they aware that their significant other has a book as well?
I think so. I don't know. Sort of.
What if you open one book and then sandwich the books in between each other, like so they're magic?
Like a deck of cards, sort of. But I don't know. Maybe they all have babies. Maybe suddenly everybody's names who touches another name just sprouts an alien baby, bursts out of their butthole.
Starts spitting out death post-it notes.
Yeah, yeah. Little sign here cards for your taxes. So this is let's look at the girl from the show. That's her right there. So she's a model. She's actually kind of sexy.
That's a model.
Hang on. This is I went into Netflix and only found a couple of sequences. There she is. She's a cutie. That's her whatchamacallit. Looks like her
Shinigami, who also looks like his head was grafted onto another creature.
Either that, or this is where he stores his bananas, or he stores his backwards Nike swoosh. Got some big old earrings. This one's name is Ren, right? I think it's REN.
Is there one named Stimpy?
Yes. And there's also one named and there's also a Shemp for some reason. So there she is, but she actually wears
she doesn't look very freaked out.
Well, she knows her. She's not her first time encountering Ren. But here I'm just backing up through the frames here. She's like a famous model. She's like a Heidi Klum or something in the world.
And she dresses like a frumpy cat lady.
Give her a chance, James. It's from a montage. All right, okay. Don't. There you go. She's a cutie. She's a teen. I'm feeling like a little bit of a creep right now.
You know what I hate more than anything? It's when my hair gets behind my eyes.
What?
It just drives me crazy.
Oh, right there.
And my eyebrows are suddenly over top of my hair.
James, it's a great way to tuck it in. You tuck it in there to get it out of your way. There's no better place where your hair is out of the way than behind your eyeball. Good catch. That's hilarious. Or she's okay. I was gonna say the Mars scarf there, looking like the fucking Bib Fortuna or some shit. So there she is. But I keep saying she's sexy. Like she wears like lingerie all the time in the show.
She looks very young.
She is. It's a little. I think they sexualize girls quite a bit in Japan. Not that we don't. Not that we're innocent about that either. There. But by the way, when I was a teen, I would have had sex with teens. All right. So let's keep going. All right. So there. I don't know how the movie's going to play it down, but this is her making out with that Milo guy. No, I'm just joking. That's the actor. So Light and Misa having a nice time, but she's like famous in it, which is interesting. Okay. So there's not much more to go here. There's really not a ton of detail in this episode here.
So this is clearly Light.
I think that looks like Light. He's running real hard, heading somewhere, running from something. Uh-oh, a fence. Oh no, you can't kill the fence with your notebook, can you there, buddy? So police are getting out. There's a lot of like intense kind of cop sequences where he almost gets caught. And
does he like frantically start writing down police, cop?
Honestly, yes.
Really?
Yeah, no, he's a monster. He's like a fucking crazy. Oh yeah, let's watch this whole sequence here. This is the I don't recall any big what are those things called?
Ferris wheel. Roller wheel.
Roller coasters. Ferris Bueller wheels. That's the Seattle Sky place where the Seahawks play. Where the Seahawks get ignored. And whoa, look out!
So it's like crumbling.
It's like falling over or something. Yeah.
Now, is this because he wished death upon someone and they happen to be on that structure, so the mechanism of death for them is the destruction of the wheel?
That's a great question. Maybe that is the case. I don't know. This looks like a little tiny dinosaur mouth.
Or is it that Chris Christie is in one of those cars?
Yes, Chris Christie took a ride up there and it became too top heavy. Take that, Christie! You're going down, buddy. I bet it looks like him. It looks like Light and Misa. Or who name might be different in this version. I don't know. That's a little cliche to be honest. Dangling from a giant structure. Like what is this? Fucking Bruce Willis? Get out of here. So let's watch it again though. It's always fun to watch stuff. Big giant pieces of metal bend. Boom. Yeah. That's good. Now this is a cool scene coming up right now. Are you ready? You ready for it, James? I'm not even gonna say anything. Oh.
Shall we begin?
Shall we begin? All right, let's back up and watch it. That is, there he is. See, who do you think that is?
That is Ryuk.
Ryuk.
Hadouken.
He's Hadouken. So he's got the glowing eyes. He's got the kind of spiky stuff. Yeah, that's him.
Now, is his voice what you pictured it would be?
Yeah, you hear his voice in the show. He talks quite a bit.
For some reason I thought I interpreted this like you didn't watch the show, you were reading the manga. But you've seen the anime.
You thought I read something?
Yeah.
No, this isn't Harry Potter. All right, so look.
Shall we begin?
Shall we begin? Yeah, he sounds kind of like that. That's pretty much it. So yeah, that's it, man. That's awesome. I'm fucking excited about this.
There has got to be. You cannot get that kind of power that this kid gets without there being drawbacks. What is the consequence of having that power?
The entire world hunts you. Everybody comes after you.
Can he elect to give the book to someone else, or to stop, or take it back?
There's also rules with like anybody who touches the paper can see your Shinigami. Is it Shinigami or Shira? Is it R? Shinigami. And so there's a thing where he like rips out a piece of paper and like brings it with him, and he hides it in he builds this like elaborate desk trap to like protect it from being caught. And if somebody breaks into it, they'll set the desk on fire. Like he's a real smart guy or something.
Can a Shinigami hurt him or physically come in contact with him, or hurt other people that can see him?
I don't think either, but like the Shinigamis are sort of subject to it's like you're sort of their boss. Like they don't want to influence things much.
They're like leprechauns. They're genies in a lamp.
They're genies in a lamp. No, well they don't give out wishes unless your wish is to murder whoever your name you write down. Yeah, they're like leprechauns, except unlike the film Leprechaun, it's not about a murderous, evil leprechaun who's just trying to get through his day. which is that guy got fucking hosed in that movie. I thought that was very unfair how those kids treated him. Yeah, all your questions are completely valid. I don't have the brain that remembers stuff, so I can't answer you with a lot of detail. People in the comments can probably. But I'm just excited because this was really surprised me. Well, I was surprised that this is being made into a movie. I just didn't know. But when I watched it, I had no idea, and I'm not a big manga guy or whatever the fuck. And dude, I was like enchanted by the show though. It's a really interesting show.
But are you worried that it might turn out to be like another Dragon Ball Z live action type disaster?
It'll be like 1990s Power Rangers.
Yeah,
where they just move their arm around and then the guy falls over and the camera shakes. Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it. It's Netflix. Not that Netflix can't make a bad movie, obviously.
I've heard that Iron Fist is quite bad.
People are not liking it. I don't think it's the worst. I mean, I was watching it a little bit. It's like he does a bunch of feng shui and shit in the park and pushes people over and stuff. It's kind of fun. He doesn't do feng shui. He does a feng shui. I don't know. You know, something with martial arts or some shit. But his fist glows. Come on. What else do you need? What do you need him to jizz spider webs out of his wrists? Grow up. Yeah. There you go. Any other questions? Anything to say? We should probably end this. It's already been way too long, of course, which is our fucking all we ever do here.
No, I was about to say, when does it come out? Well, that answers it.
And what is it only on?
Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go, guys. That's our review. If you want to check out some of our other ones, we're trying to do more of these trailers, so hopefully we'll be putting out more of these. We also do like TV show recaps, shot by shot. We press the print screen button and take a bunch of screenshots. It's probably fucking illegal or something, but people seem to like watching that stuff. Or if you're into video games, we also do a bunch of video game stuff on this channel. So look in the links for description, or look in the links for the description. How does that go?
Yeah, that makes
Hit
sense.
us up on Twitter too. James is at VideoJamesSP. He loves Twitter. He's the biggest tweeting guy of all time.
Yes.
He loves hearing from people. Tell him how much you love him. Tell him how cute he is. Tell him you want to bang him. Tell him you want to murder him. Tell him you want to save his life. And me, I'm on Twitter too. It's at SuckProfessor. And like and subscribe. We always appreciate that, and always appreciate hearing from people. All right, James. Well, we fucking did it.
Yeah.
Which name would you write in the? Let's real quick. Which 3 names would you put in a Death Note book if you found it?
Sandra Bullock.
Gravity wasn't that bad.
I hate Sandra Bullock.
Why?
She's a horrible actor. And she deserves, and she clearly deserves to die for it.
That's the last person I expected you to say.
The Rock, because I'm tired of seeing him in movies. Because he's a crappy actor.
He's a great guy. He's charismatic.
Yes, but not a good actor.
Haven't you seen his Instagram? He doesn't have to be a good actor. He's got biceps.
Well, I mean,
that's why I don't prefer
I'm a good
actor because I have no muscles.
Therefore, he must die.
Haven't you seen the San Andreas?
Yes.
He was brilliant in it. Oscar winning. Meryl Streep herself was jealous.
And Trump.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, mine would be Donald Trump and Donald Trump's ghost and Donald Trump's children.
Yeah, it's always good to wish death upon your president and put it out there.
Yeah, well, we're talking about a hypothetical Death Note book.
We're both on this now.
I wouldn't do Sandra Bullock. I would do definitely not Clive Owen. He's awesome. And yeah, I don't know. You know, there's a lot of people deserve to die.
Yeah,
not that
but realistically, in all seriousness, I wish death upon nobody.
No, we're
clearly not.
We're doing fuck, marry, kill, but we're doing kill, kill, kill. Basically, like I would fuck Clive Owen and marry Sandra Bullock and kill my enemies.
Okay.
All right, so that was a much longer ending we intended there. I decided to ask James some awkward questions to make us sound like a couple of fucking psychos. So good job, James. You sounded like a maniac.
Awesome.
Tell me the same thing. Tell me the same thing.
You sounded like a well put together, thoughtful young man.
Look, he's such a fucking psycho. He can't even insult someone who yells at him and treats him like shit. So I suddenly have a consciousness moment. All right, everybody. See you later. Bye-bye. I love you, James.
All right.